My name is Lamar Deshaun Bates. I'm 22 years of age. I've been in a total of 46 foster homes. The reason that our family entered foster care is because my mother had a mental illness and, wasn't stable enough to take care of us and keep us. And every time she tried to, take care of us or try, she'll relapse. And it'll happen over and over again. Some stuff you just don't forget, and then that's some of it. What happened to you in life, you'll never forget.
In Alabama, over 200 children age out of the system every single year. In the case of what happened to Lamar as a young child, you see a parent who had a mental illness, and that's often what we see in this focus program that we have. It is focused on preserving families and reunifying families. These families may be families who are at risk of having their child pulled from their home due to abuse or neglect. And we go in and stabilize the family who is in crisis. One thing that makes Children's Aid different is that we are able to personalize our services to meet each individual family's needs. Sometimes this family may just be the young mother and her child, but we help them stabilize and survive.
I came to Children's Aid Society because I didn't have anywhere else for me and my daughter to go. When I found out I was pregnant, I was scared. I didn't know what to do. Didn't know how my mother was going to react to it. And my child's father, I didn't know how it was going to work out with him. Since I've been in this program, I learned a lot about being independent. I've learned that I have to cook for me and my daughter all the time instead of eating out for me and her because it's much more healthier. I've learned to come in the house at a decent hour. I've learned how to be a good parent to her. I've learned how to clean up better than I used to. I've learned how to budget a lot. I'm really surprised where I am right now. I didn't think I can do it, but I'm doing it.
At Children's Aid, and like many of you, we believe that family is where you turn to for your support. And so that's really what we strive to do, is keeping those families together, stabilizing fragile families, and bringing new families together.
We have 6 biological children and 6 adopted children, and the adopted children are 2 sibling groups of 3. The Children's Aid Society, they not only prepared us through the GPS classes, but we're just always there, email or phone, being able to talk with them and communicate with them during the whole process. These children are not like your biological children. If you think they're going to come and function like a normal 12-year-old, that might not always be the case. These children have been through a lot. They've suffered a lot of losses.
We've learned to expect anything because we haven't had them since birth, so we don't really know everything they've been through. People need to know that it is a good thing, and that it's not so much that it's good for the children, but it's also good for society that we take care of those that are in need.
What would this community and this state be like if we didn't have someone like Children's Aid Society? If there was no one here to try to help an 18-year-old who's been in dozens of foster homes, who really wants to make something of themselves and has no one to turn to, no one, what kind of community would we be? How would you feel about living in a place like that? If people wanted to adopt children, there was nobody to help facilitate that. If an unwed mother, wants to keep her baby, and there's no one to help with that. If all these people were just at the mercies and the cruelties of the world, what kind of town, community, state would this be? It's an ugly thought. It really is. One of my life's goals was to never participate in another capital campaign. Absolutely not. It's just too important not to try to help Children's Aid.
Please join us in bringing children, youth, and families home at last.